In the town of Mapletown, everyone loved Grandpa's baking. Every Saturday, he would make his famous blueberry pie, and the whole town would come to enjoy a slice. One Saturday, Mart the squirrel peeked into his grandpa's kitchen. "Can I have a slice when it's ready?" he asked. Of course, Grandpa winked. "But don't touch it before it cools, or the magic will wear off." Mart nodded seriously. He knew Grandpa's pies were extra special. They weren't just delicious, they were magically delicious. Once a pie was out of the oven, the magic timer started. If someone ate some pie before the timer ran out, Grandpa's secret ingredient would make them do a little dance. But if no one ate it before the timer ran out, the pie would disappear. And today was shaping up to be a very busy day in Mapletown, so the pie sat on the windowsill as Grandpa went about his work. Soon, the smell of blueberries wafted through the streets of Mapletown. Milo the monkey smelled it first and followed the scent right to Grandpa's house. "Smells like magic," he said, climbing onto the window ledge. He took a deep breath and the pie vanished. "What?" cried Mart, who had just come back inside for a slice. "Where did the pie go?" "I swear it was just here," said Milo, looking around. Just then, Emma the elephant came skipping by. "Did someone say pie?" she giggled. "Maybe it turned invisible," she said, pointing to the empty pie dish. Suddenly, Benny the bear waddled in, sniffing the air. He had blueberry juice running down his nose. "Benny, did you take it?" asked Mart. "Nope," said Benny, "but I tripped over nothing and got this juice on my face." As Benny went to wipe it off, Emma held up a stick and poked the air. "Thunk," she said. "Something's here. It's real," she gasped. "The pie is invisible." They all looked at the pie dish and then at each other. "How can we save it?" asked Milo. "If we follow the smell, maybe," suggested Mart. "Follow the smell?" They all agreed. So they followed the smell of invisible pie to the big oak tree where they had their picnics. There it was sitting on the grass, floating just above the ground. Carefully, they lifted the invisible pie and followed its smell to the nearby hill. Finally, they set it on a rock. "Now what?" asked Milo. "We eat it, I guess," said Mart. So they each took a bite of invisible pie. It tasted even more delicious than it smelled. They laughed and talked and ate until every single bite was gone. When Grandpa came to look for the pie, he found the empty dish on the rock and the pie nowhere in sight. "Oh, the magic wore off," he said. Then he saw the crumbs on their mouths and the empty pie plate. He raised an eyebrow, but before he could say a word, Mart spoke up. "But Grandpa, it was invisible. We had to save it before it floated away." Grandpa thought for a moment. Next time I'll make it with invisible whipped cream," he said with a wink. And so that's what he did. The next Saturday, he made his invisible pie with invisible whipped cream. But that's a story for another time.